xRhythms.
There's nobody else. It's not like you. There's nobody else. Oh Lord. There's nobody else. No, no, no. It's not like you. There's nobody else.
You talk a lot about how God is the foundation of your life. So what, in essence, is your testimony?
Yeah, so I was in secondary school, actually. Secondary school. And then had a very good friend at the time. And he came back from this half term. And then it was a boarding school. I came back from half term. And my best friend was acting different. He was acting, I was like, what was going on? And then he just started talking. And then he called us all together. And then he had a chat with us and was telling us about how he's been changed and being saved. And I always grew up with a fear of God, but it's just one of those little flames that you don't want to ever have go bigger than what it is. Like, I had this little fear of God, but I just never wanted to start the conversation. But he really sparked my interest in wanting to know God, and then that just gradually built it. And that was my testimony over there. Basically, that's how I got to know God for myself.
And how do you feel like, do you think that you found God in music in some way? Or how does God play a part of your music? Do you think he cares about your music?
Wow. So when I started off, I'll never forget this. When I first got saved, shortly after that, I was in Dubai for something. And then it was a family vacation. And at that time, it was free Wi-Fi in the hotel. I was like, you always have to search for new music. And I just started hearing about Lecrae's and all of that. And then I got into Lecrae's catalog and downloaded everything. I was hearing some stuff. I was like, this is how I feel about stuff. He was talking about temptation. He was talking about lust. He was talking about selfishness. He was talking about forgiving yourself. And all these things were topics I was like, nah, I'm downloading this man's hope. I had every song Lecrae ever put out up until that time. I was going to put out the Rehab album, and I had everything on my laptop. When I found out Lecrae was a Trip Lee, I got everything from Trip Lee. Every single person was connected to Lecrae. I got all their music. And it was a very powerful way of hearing people express. It's almost like someone mirroring your life. And I was like, how do you know how I feel? How do you know what I'm going through? It just made it very relatable. I think that music really helped in making my faith very relatable, knowing that it's not just me. Other people feel these things that I feel. And yeah, I can proudly say Nkay partly co-parented me. Even though I've never seen him before, he co-parented me from afar, to be honest. Because a lot of the values and stuff that I learned, transparency in music, I learned those things from him putting out his content as well.
That's actually a really cool point that you said about co-parenting, because I know that even with myself, I grew up watching and listening to different artists, particular artists of mine, and watching certain like well-known people, and I feel like the values and stuff that they talked about is stuff that I've really implemented and grown up with. So on the point of like, in the spirit of co-parenting and Lecrae putting out his music and that influencing people, how is it that you want people to react to your music, or how do you want them to be influenced by it? What do you want them to get from listening to it?
I had a conversation one day with someone, and then she was we were working, myself and the team were working on uploading my latest song since she came, and we're working on uploading and everything. And then she was a friend of mine, but she was like a new friend, and I never really like dug into my music. She didn't get to know me through music. And she kept hearing the song over and over again because we're trying to upload it. And then she was like, this sounds so good, what is this? And then she went back to go listen by herself, and she sent me a long paragraph talking about how the music feels so relatable. Like, you don't have to be someone who has their act all together and they're so clean. She was now, with all due respect to worship singers, she was like, sometimes it feels like you have to get to a clean place to listen to the songs like Billions or All You Want and the Hillsong, some of these songs, you feel like you have to be in a clean slate in your life and not doing anything wrong. But then you listen to these ones that are so regular guy, down to earth, just like you, and singing everything about his faith. And it's something you can play in the car without having to feel like, oh yeah, did I do wrong today, or did I sin before I have to listen to this? So I think that my music, what I'm trying to achieve with my music is transparency and relatability with my music. I want people to just be able to just get it. No matter who you are, no matter where you're from, listen to it and let it speak to you. That's what I want to remember for.
I like that. Let it speak to you. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for your time today. It's been super great just chatting to you and just getting to hear your heart.
I enjoyed the interview as well.
You did? Oh, yeah. Have an awesome rest of the day. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
Oh no, I'm done searching the whole globe. I can't find no one like you. It's no one like my logo. Oh, by the way, nobody there. You said you can't find none like my God. Oh, by the way, nobody there. Even if you search the ocean, there's nobody else.